What up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Wake Up with Wops. We got two new entries for you. Let's start it off with Microsoft. Microsoft has been hot. Look at this run. All these multiple days just went straight up, and then it had earnings and gapped up on earnings. But ever since, it's been pulling back. This is a nice earnings pullback play. You guys know we love doing this trade in the channel. So it violated the 50 SMA, this yellow line, and has now remounted that level around 511. Got the 9 EMA right under curling up, and then you have the 20 SMA, this pink line also curling up. I like the continuation to go to our target price around the 550s. And if you're bullish, maybe you could even hold longer. Axon is the other play, aerospace and defense. Same thing, had earnings, pulled back since the gap up, violated the 50 SMA, the yellow line, but it's been chopping around in this area. But I'm liking it now as the 9 EMA, this blue line, is crossing over the yellow line. It's looking good for a potential run to our target price. Stocks that I almost got into was Oracle. We talked about it as the earnings pulled back to the 9 EMA, and now it's showing strength. You see, this happens a lot with multiple stocks. It has an earnings, it gaps up on earnings, then pulls back to the 9 EMA, the moving average, the 9-day average, and then you keep going up. And then you could also wait for a break of this level and then enter again for a continuation pattern that it breaks that. CoreWeave is also a really good risk to reward. I went with Microsoft just because it's a bigger company, but this is probably, if you're more riskier, this is probably a better play. IPO stock, it has room to run. I like Rocket Lab, aerospace and defense, and ended up going with Axon instead because you see how today is only up 0.08 while Rocket Lab's already 4% up. But it's looking good. You have the moving averages curling up. I think once it reaches this resistance here, this top of the flag, I think it finally breaks out, and then we have a good run for Rocket Lab. Lastly, Netflix. I almost entered into Netflix, went with Microsoft instead. You can see here had reactions because I think the chief officer, product officer left. Overreaction. It's pulled back since, and now it's chopping around this level. It's been chopping around this level for a while now. I think if it breaks this level, moving averages continue curling up, you could probably target the top of Netflix. I'm liking it. I got stopped out earlier in the year. That's probably why I didn't enter into it again. I like to keep stocks that I'm hot with, but I do like the pattern still. Maybe I had my stop loss a little too tight. If I had it loosened, maybe I would still be into this trade. And that's it, guys. The two new entries. Some stocks that you can enter into today if you don't like my two entry stocks. Do your research. Do your due diligence. Peace.